Which phrase is that? Fun employment? Yeah. I would be lying if I said I was the person to come up with that, though I probably could trademark that shit. Probably could. I'm ready, bitches. Take it. Yeah, it's nice. It's the longest break I've taken in several years. In fact, it's actually the longest break I've taken in 15 years, frankly. After leaving Riot and going to Zynga was like a month and a half. I had planned to actually go out and play poker professionally to get some real poker time in. But it worked out. It worked out that my buddy Henry Stern, who I worked with at Wizards of the Coast, gave me a call one day. He had called me before when I was at Riot saying, hey, you should come check out Zynga. And I'm like, I'm good, thank you. Not to him specifically, but I had heard stories about Zynga, and most of which are true, at least back in the day. But still, good. There are good people there. That said, it was like, hey, you know, the Zynga Poker, they need a lead game designer. And so my question was, why does poker need a game designer? That game's pretty well designed. But they were looking for really a feature designer to like bring a love of poker and an understanding of what makes poker to that team. And I view that as really going back to school. And I'm still on this kick of like, I've migrated really from hardcore PC games to mobile. I still do obviously online gaming. Yeah, you're right, Beard. I do love that stuff. I do love that stuff. It's good. It's nice. I mean, you know, there were a lot of times, not just because I was at Kickside, but just in general, right, where you're working and you're like, fuck, I think I'm burned out. You question sometimes why you do the things you do, and if you're driven purely by money, it's just no good. That's short-term thinking. So this time here, I left just before the beginning of March, so I've been 2.5 months, coming up on 3 months on this nonsense. Just the first month, I kind of did nothing. I just kind of shook it off, right? Now, the next month and a half, I'm like, I'm talking with people about opportunities. Started the streaming. And I really love streaming. I wish I could be doing this in my own room so that my wife can be doing her thing. But, you know, when you're in San Francisco, you don't have much choice but to share space. That's why I might not do the 4. Give her some time in here. Besides, it's a big tournament, whatever, but it's an $11 entry tournament. And besides, if I win this thing, what are the chances I'm going to get money out of merge? Fun money. I play for tournament fun money at Carbon. About ready to get this shtick on the road again. I think the blinds are not going up. I think they're going to be 150, 300 still. Game starting. Gird your loins. 9-7 offsuit in the big blind. This will give me some time to fuck around with this. Settings, thank you. 4 color deck. Oh, look at this. I can do that. This might... I like being near my wife, but when I'm casting, it's a little disruptive with me going on with my goofy banter here. Look at that. Pot's laying me 3.5 to 1 now. Now we're going to do fractions and aggravate Cobb for a little bit. Not intentionally, my friend. 3.5 to 1. Gets a fold. Oh, look at that. Top pair with a outside straight draw. I'm good. Maybe I should have called that. How happy I am about that? Not. 10 and a 5, very well within the range of the hands that these guys have. Yeah, look at this. I'm just, Hey, thanks, D-Jet. Sorry about your, sorry about the trouble at Poker Stars. You're gonna run into. Oh, look at that! Sometimes the flush wins. But anyway, thanks for coming here. If you like what you see and just want to keep up on it, by all means, give us a follow. And he's got that hotkey. Boom! Douche. Now I want to rock him. Anyway. But you know, good for him. He got his flush. Give us a follow if you like what you see. Give us a follow and a couple shout outs. If you get a chance, you enjoy watching the streaming, you enjoy watching games being streamed, go check out my friend Faucius, Faucius. Worked with him at Kickside. He's a fantastic streamer and fargan hilarious. And a really good guy to boot. Also, the people that I follow are people who have followed me, but are big-time streamers too. And I don't pretend to be a poker pro, and I don't pretend to be a a pro streamer, but I do enjoy both. This gets around to me. Now I'm folding with action in front of me. I'm pretty sure cruise control. You know, if I could shove here. No, I don't shove here. Yeah, look at that. With a call and an all-in. We'll wait for the next one. Pardon Moise. Yeah, see, now there's 101 people in this schmagaggy. Still 25 minutes? That needs to be updated. Here we go. Like 15 minutes. Pardon me, old man. Old man Carnes needs his glasses. 16 minutes left in this. That's my hand, pocket fours. Take that, pocket fours. Jack 5 offsuit. I punched this. No. If that was getting around to me, I was going to pop that. 3.5 to 1. So, the pot was like when you get, was it 8 outs is a 4 to 1, or like when you're drawn into a flush, it's 4 to 1. And then at 3 to 1, the odds just weren't in there to call. Now, if I was getting implied odds on top of that, I would do that. But now we go back to percentages just because. I was just happy to find the feature. Oh, look at that. There was something interesting that went down in that hand that I was paying absolutely no attention to. Five, 4 offsuit is going to get a chuck. My Veep is 18. I'm getting a little close to the rock range. But that's not a reason to just step out of line just yet. We're about ready to hit hand 100 in this 2.5K guaranteed deep stack tournament at Carbon Poker. The entry fee was 11. The prize pool, as I mentioned, 2,500. Top 32 going to get paid. Your hero is 44th. About 1,000 under the chip average. That puts his M very low. Yes. Thanks, Beard. Are you streaming, Beard? Are you doing shit too, man? Hey, welcome. We're up to double digits now. I best put some pants on this thing. And on that comment, 3 dropped off just like that. Hey, Big Slick. Gonna pop it. 800. He calls because he'll call with any 2 cards. Kind of. And he'll probably give me a boom here. If he shoves, I think I have to call, and I know I'd be overplaying ace-king. No, maybe he calls this. Maybe it's just going to be, yeah. Kind of like that flop. Kind of like that one. No. We're going 2,000, gents. I only fear the pocket sevens, and if he's got him, he's got him. What's the action here, Bob? Ace jack off. Thank you. In the words of Derek Rod 69, boom. Give that a fold. Oh, congratulations on the baby. Congratulations on the baby, Beard. Let me get caught up here. My that's rich. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to not repeat that one, but I'm going to give a shout out to Calro here, who is asking, disregarding table position, what is your favorite hand and what is your favorite 2-card nickname? Hammer, Jagoff, Computer. Mine that I keep, my favorite hand name is whenever I sing King Jack offsuit, I just simply call it King Jack off. And in fact, when I try to talk about King Jack offsuit, I have to consciously call it King Jack offsuit because it's just ingrained in my head, King Jack off. Because anytime you're playing with King Jack off, you are King Jack off. But my favorite hand is pocket fours. My biggest cash ever was at the World Poker Tour, the WPT Championships at one of the side events, the position poker variant, and I got like a $6,000 cash for getting second place. I got a trophy too, and I got the hand that I didn't. We chopped it, and I took second because he was just slightly ahead of me. He didn't win that much more than I did, but they had 2 trophies, and so happy to take a trophy. Happy to chop with like the top 3 or 4 people. We had most of the chips. They had less, obviously. But the hand that I really crushed the table with, I was playing against, eventually got heads up, a lot of people at the table, but it just the action gets down to, I'm playing against the director of poker at the Aviation Casino in Paris, France. And he's playing at another level. But when you flop quads, you tend to do pretty well on the hand, provided you can get him to come in. And I played soft specifically. I'm going to see a flop here. I'm going to check that. Where you flop quads, I had pocket fours, flop quads. And he's betting into me like he has it. And so he knew something was up when I floated the turn. And then at the river, I bet out. But he decided to look me up because he didn't necessarily believe it. And I crushed it. He had 2 pair. The wrong 2 pair. But ever since, I tend to treat pocket fours as though aces whenever it's in a position. And I've had good, at least in my mind, I equate it to having good luck with pocket fours. And so when you should have a range where you bluff. And it's typically based on position, but whenever I get those cards, I try to punch it up. Because I want people to know that I'm tight, but I'm not that tight. We're still doing phrasing here, right? Anyway, you understand what I mean. That breastfeeding comment might have scared people away, Beard. No. It's the same group of folks, same as it ever was. 24 out of 106. The M is still in the yellow. So we're just looking for a right position here. I mean, we're well above the chip average, but at this particular point, still pretty scary. Muck QAK. Welcome to the table. He's been playing. I guess he's been playing here for at least 4 hands. The min raising going on here. Now there's a 13,500 chip pot. Any 2 fucking cards. Pow. Luca 44 very happy to get pocket aces in that position. Now Big Sky minded. Not so Big Sky minded anymore. Big. Horrible. Derek Rod giving the unsolicited commentary directly to the source. Fuck it. I'll show you all in. Which is the right move, honestly. Any 2 cards. Put the pressure on him to make a decision. Queen 3 offsuit. Gonna get a chuck. Got a tight, aggressive image at the table. I need to start taking advantage of that. I just don't feel it with Queen 3. 2 off the button. At least not right now. We're close to this thing being locked up here, and in fact, 7 minutes left in late registration. So if you want to get in on some all-in poker, by all means, join up. Is 2.5 guarantee is about to close late registration with the blinds at 200, 400. You'll get 5,000 chips. You'll enjoy. Nah. Beep, bop, boop. Nope. You'll enjoy some wonderful M of... You'll enjoy a wonderful M of like 7. God, not even that. 6. Fuck. I mean, look at Big Sky Minded. If you want to be doing what that guy's doing, hop on in this thing for the next 5 minutes. No. Jack 4 suited gets a chuck. So there'll be that initial, okay, the safety net's off. But really, if you're entering a tournament, I mean, unless money is no object to you, you're entering a tournament where you're already playing short stack poker. Maybe you should just be coin flipping with people for money. Professional coin flippers. I'm sure they exist. I'm sure there's a skill that I know nothing about. He's going to make these guys muck their aces, muck their big slick. Ace, jack off. Maybe you should have mucked that ace jack, pal. I don't want callers. I want the blinds. I am under the button here. Yeah, I mean under the gun, rather. But pocket 7s. We'll take those. Because people are getting tight. People are nervous. And in that circumstance, if someone tries to push me back, I probably call that, hoping they have 2 overs. And get in a coin flip where I have a slight advantage. And it's gone. Cal, what are you up to, my friend? I am defending my blind. That's the move I'm making right there. He doesn't want me to call. I float that fucking turn. I float the flop. What's up, homie? Now that's a reason for me to fold. That turn was not what I wanted. I didn't think he had it, but now he's got a lot of scary shit going on there. Actually, I think he does have it now because he doesn't want me to draw into this. He thinks I'm drawing. He thinks I'm drawing. I gotta check it. I think I played that right. Maybe I shove. Maybe he bets out like that and I go all in. I don't know. What do you guys think? You saw that. You tell me how it goes. You tell me how that breaks down. But I, by God, gonna defend that fucking blind. His range, too, looking at his stats, his range, at least if you want to value 29 hands, puts him, he could very well have any of those cards on that board, I guess. But that big bet out there like that just didn't do it. The sevens, they do nothing. Yeah, you're saying that now. Just wait till you get to the next hand. Oh, no, you're at there right now. I'm looking at the... Yeah, see, he bets out like that. What am I going to do? I'm going to sit there and I'm going to tank about that. $200 into a 1,360 pot. 200 chips. Let's flop this. Ugh. Yet. How about no? Yeah, this thing's locked up now. Late registration is over. No, 1 minute to go. They're almost at the overlay, but this thing won't reach it. It'll be 2,500. It may be change after that. Nope. Gonna fold. Even with that kind of that donk move with the, just a little under chip average, but even just being over chip average, you're still in the yellow. You're still in the yellow. Okay, so we've got 104 people in this thing. We're right in the middle of the pack here. We're just waiting for a hand here to be in position with few people downwind of us. Oh, here we go. Never easy. Still not easy. Yep, here's your straight. Get ready for a boom. Watch this. He'll do it. He'll do it. Don't let me down, Derek Rod. Don't let me down, homie. Nah, he's busy. He's busy trying to be table captain. By the way, for the record, according to the overlay here, he is loose and aggressive. See that? Nah, so it's all good. You just missed me donking chips away. That's all. Not that big of a deal. I was defending. I was in the small. I defended my blind with King 7 offsuit. Flop comes like Jack 8-7, something like that, or 10-8-7, or something like that. With 2. Here comes the hammer. Uh oh. Here comes the hammer. Uh oh. And the board got coordinated. He was betting way over the size of the pot, but on that flop, I floated it. I called it because I had bottom pair. I didn't believe him. I thought he messed, but then the board gets connected, and he's chickened up. This gets around to me. I am popping this with the hammer. I am not fucking around with these bitches anymore. But he's got a lot of chips. No. I'd pop that. I needed to get off Derek Rod, who would call this shit in a New York minute. I've got to fold this. Whereas I might have position, but I've got to take a look at the chip counts of who's in the small and who's in the big. And Derek isn't. I mean, fuck, the way he's playing, he's rolling in chips. It also helps when someone pops at 2x in front of you, a small stack. Makes it an easier fold. Yeah, this thing's locked up now. It should be. It was a minute. Well, last time we checked, that's got to be a few minutes ago. Late registration is closed. Top 45 gonna get paid in this mess. There are 102 people rolling around. It says 102 right there, just over there by my head, but I'm looking at the lobby display here. Here. Let you all take a look at that as I take a look at that too. Wait for the hand to get back around to me. We're right in the middle of the pack in this $11 entry fee. 2.5K. Oh, how'd that work out? Nope, the overlay didn't make it. It make it just barely, though. Only $70 to go. Nope. Now I got to suck up an orbit, I think. I only move if I've got a great hand. I eat these blinds, and then I look again for position. Yeah, he is. That's right. Derek Rod, when he doesn't boom, he's knuckled down. Getting in it to win it. Going to be a lot of that going around here for a while as people start to grind it up. Already down to 97 people, at least from the little thing I got going on over here. I've seen 20 flops, and I've rocked them all. Won 11 hands out of this thing. Take a guess what we're doing here. $1,300 up. Derek will call. He'll call that. He wants to play with me. He has a good read on me, I think. But I think I have a reasonable read on him, too. At least that's the assumption. No. We'll just scoop up the blinds and move on. It's that tight table image. Oh, he's got something. I really don't have anything to play around with. And, you know, you use it to your advantage. And I have. I've popped it with garbage, and I've stolen the blinds. Wins by now. Oh, hello. Athakwa, hello. Thank you. I'm thinking maybe tonight. I've only actually done 2 non-poker streams, but I might be beating up on internet zombies tonight, I think. It might be later tonight. It definitely will be later tonight. I am debating actually just kind of keeping on streaming, rolling into a big tournament at 4 p.m., but I want to check with the wife and see if she needs to stream. I don't want to deny her. Again, sharing a very we have a 2-bedroom place here in San Francisco, and that's ridiculous. Well, it's all ridiculous here in San Francisco. The price, ugh. If Derek might try to get jiggy, he's got a wide range, but I've got ace-9. It's garbage. It's garbage. Not even gonna fill out a straight. No, I think I just chuck it and move on. Even if Derek Rod pops this. Yeah, I mean, what do I do here? I mean, his range is wide, but what am I excited about? What am I beating? I'm not beating I'm behind on so much shit. Give him the blinds and move on. Ace-10, maybe I push back. Maybe I re-raise at that particular point. And I'm rewarded with 8-2. What would you like to see me stream, Ithaqua? Jesper, what do you want me to stream, buddy? What game? I was thinking apparently. I'm no book. I'm just a pamphlet. I'm more like a brief catalog of poker. Now we're dipped below 10, and you know what that means. Two choices. Two choices I get. No, go. Thank you for making that choice easy. So in this particular circumstance, let's say the action gets around to me, right? And so I've got 5-4 offsuit on the button. There is a line of thinking it's just any two cards you fucking pop that, especially at this stage. I would just think that Grinder. I think that Luca and Grinder, at least from the information I do have on them, might see that as an attempt to steal the blinds. Might be, but I got tight table image here too. If this gets around to me, I think I have to try and be brave. I have to make a good decision. I'm clearly waiting for it to get around to me. If anyone else even limps in at this point, it's a no-go. Discipline. Lay that shit down. Wait for a new hand. Because as you can see, I'm falling back in the pack, but as I'm falling down, the bottom is rising up to meet me, so it's not that huge of a fall. The chip average is 14,000. Need a hand. Need a hand this orbit would be good. Next two hands are pretty important. Otherwise, I'm just playing reactive poker, and I've got to eat the blinds once again. Next level's in 5 minutes. I think we'll make it through here. All right, have one for me, my friend. Hey, where's DeBong at? Hopefully with you, sir. Good day. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for giving the shout out. King 10 offsuit. With Derek in the big, he'll call this. Here we go. I think I popped this by 1,300 again. Or I chuck it and wait for a better hand. My theory there is with him, with as many chips as he has, I do pop that, he'll call, even though I'm in position. Maybe that's what I want with King 10 offsuit. But I figure he's limping in with something in that mix, something substantive. Blade. That's right, that's the boogie. And you know what we did? We laid down the boogie. Play that funky music until you die, Thakwa. Boom. 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 Hey, Wares, thanks for joining us, man. And for all you others out there joining us, thank you. We're trying to get into the money after grinding through this fiasco for the last 2.5 hours. 10-5 offsuit gets a fold. 57th out of 87 top. 45 pay. $11 entry fee in this 2.5K deep stack event at the lovely Carbon Poker. We're just waiting for a hand, waiting to be in there first with what we hope is the best of it. Look at that. Folded the wiener. That's not it. That's not it. Let's do a quick check here. 636, thanks for joining us. Haven't seen you before, if memory serves. Welcome. The usual suspects hanging out here. Good day, eh? Very happy for you to join me today as we I'll play a little bit of poker. You might see a little bit of a delay here. I do have a slight delay going on. So you're about a hand behind, I think, just to keep things on the up and up. But by all means, you see a play you like, you see a play you don't, chat it up, And if you haven't done it already, give us a follow, will you please? If you like it, if you like poker, you like gaming, you like seeing guys rocking Franz Joseph beards, drinking beer, talking shit, playing games, you've come to the right place, my friends. Because that's what we do here. I used to have a little logo in the upper right-hand corner called Street Math Investigations, and I just took it down because it's just silly. And plus, you also get to see the overlay there because it blocks it out. Whatever. Blah 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 blah. We're 127 hands into this mess. 81 players remain. Your hero, that's me, 56th. Welcome back, Cobb. You've missed not much. Cobb, where's the bong at? Where's the bong at? Cubfire. Did I get that name right? I just call you Cobb. Three of a kind. Nines on the board. Trip nines. Doyle's hand keeps taunting me, but we fold that. And by the way, if Doyle's hand is 10-2 offsuit, he won not one, but 2 World Series of Poker events with that hand. Back to back, no less, too. Back to back. We're playing good, tight poker, but at this particular point, that's the only kind of poker we should be playing because our M is definitely below 10. We're looking for a premium hand. We're looking to get in before anyone else does. And we're going to punch it. But it doesn't look like it's going to hit us. We're about ready to get the blinds. And so, as the big, we get the computer hand. Beep, bop, boop. If anyone sneezes at this pot, I'm folding. But if I can get a free flop, we'll take a free flop. So Luca limps under the button. He's a tight player, by the way. I've got 54 hands on him. At least that's what we're looking at right here. He's in the same zone I am. I'm putting him on maybe a low pair or maybe a middle pair or ace-jack, ace-10. I mean, would he limp in with that? If I had been paying more attention, I would have a history of hands that I've seen him play with. Yes, I did back in the early days of my career. I worked at Wizards of the Coast. I worked on, and even when I was at Blizzard, I worked on those games. I worked on board games too, when I was doing the lead development on all of our licensed properties. Working with our partners, making sure that they met the standards that Blizzard wanted. I did that I worked at Blizzard for over 5 years, back in the day. Yeah, but it's all right. It's all right. A little card dead, but kind of floating above the fray. A lot of grinding going on. I mean, we've already seen 25 people drop off. Things are going to get tight as people start to approach the button. I mean, start to approach the bubble. So when we have position, we're going to punish them. We're going to push. We're going to push back hard. As Doyle says, you got to make your own luck sometimes when it comes to, I mean, you got to make some courageous plays with marginal hands. And I just haven't had anything in position that really felt like it was worth my time. Maybe shit like 9-6 offsuit or something ridiculous like that. So we'll just skate out of this and be in position and hope that we get some cards to seal the deal. Or if we don't get cards and it gets moved to us, we make a move. The blinds are 300, 600 with a 60 chip ante. Not much wiggle room left in this thing. But other people are in worse shape than I am right now. The chip average is 15,779 chips. Got about 2/3 of that. Yeah, people are getting tight. That makes that easy. Don't it? 23 minutes before this bigger tournament starts. My hope is I miss it. I want to cash in this thing, and I want to stop cashing penny ante bullshit. I want to run deep. I want to get some legs under me. A double up here would be pretty darn good. Oh, no, it was 70s, late 70s, mid to late 70s. Check the 70s. I bet you can find out the history of who's won at the World Series of Poker on the WeSup site, but I'm pretty sure it's the 70s. Because I think Helmuth won his first one in early 80s. Yeah, let's Google it. Fuck it. Let's all Google it. Doyle. 1976, I think, is when he won his first one. 8-2 offsuit. This gets around to me with the second worst hand in poker. Not even the worst. Can't even win that one. That makes that easy. It's all right. That's all right. Every fold gets us closer to that nice premium hand, but see, if I push in, when I get that premium hand, my table image is just very tight, very aggressive. Perhaps I could be a little more aggressive, but we'll see. I think it might be 76 and 77. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Sorry, still getting used to the streaming. I just noticed there that there's like this weird fuzz that happened over here. It's because the light hit from the screen I have over here to my right. Oh, maybe it's because of that. Ah, well, whatever. Back to the poker. Oh, he had the option of showing. Fuck. Again, this makes it easy. This makes it easy. The opposite of boom is horrible. Derek not pleased with the shenanigans. First place gets 442 fun dollars and 25 fun cents from the folks at Carbon Poker. Good luck getting that out. You're horrible. Yes, I'm an asshole. Not really a grammar Nazi, but I just want to get in that guy's face a little bit. But when someone comes in like that, 2x, and I've got ace-5, immediately to his left, that gets a check. Yeah. As Cobb is telling people in chat, the history about Doyle Brunson. Doyle Brunson won the World Series of Poker in 1975 and 1976. Both on the final hand, he had 10-2. So that's his hand. So the 10-2 is called the Doyle. It's called the Brunson. One of the best poker players ever to play this game. Hey, look at this. Well, these people betting out early position have made these calls of mine to fold easy. But hooray, I'm folding my way to the bubble. And then I'll get popped. Gotta move. A reasonable hand at this point, I'm going to push back all in. Like even something like if I get like a suited connector, even king jack, queen jack suited, I think I shove. I've got to get traction. Or that's one argument. The other argument, just wait for the blind. Wait for the blind to hit me again. I mean, what does it do to my level of sophistication if I lose 1,000 chips? Blinds are 3-6. They are going up here pretty soon. Blinds will be 400, 800 with an 80 chip ante. That's right. Jawohl. Oh, guess what? All in. I had the nuts. Fold the hammer. Fold the hammer. Maybe I pop it. So many people downwind of me. So many people. And they'll smell that stink. They smell that stink. Like, I really don't want to shove there because it looks like I'm really overbetting the pot, even though the M dictates that I should be getting in there with the best of it. And I would. Because people are still of the mindset of like, oh, if you're playing all-in poker when you have 10%, when the big blind is 10% or more of your total stack, can't even defend the fucking blind with a decent hand. Maybe I'll get to see a flop with 3-5 offsuit, 5-3 offsuit. He is way on tilt. I kind of like his position a little better, right? His people will put him on a wider range of hands than he actually has. You know, here's the thing. There are only 65 people left in the tournament. I've been actually moving up as I've been pissing away these chips, leaking these chips around the table. I'm now 51st. Going to be close on that bubble. We'll have to make a move, and people will respond to it. Just need to get 2 live cards at this point. 2 cards that I think will have some traction if pushed all in. Because I think I have to call it. Unless I'm clearly bluffing and the pot odds aren't in my favor. I sincerely doubt I have 13 outs carbon poker overlay. I am not happy if that flush hits. As it did, maybe I am the winner there, but you got to think somebody might have a club better than my 5. But I'd probably call that. I'd call that 2,000 bet, unfortunately. And that would have been a good call. I can't even shove against Luca. I'm sure he would call that. Unless he had a really shitty hand. But then again, it's like, I'll take a gamble and risk 20%. But then again, makes it easy. Makes it fucking easy. Paradouche. You know, that's a good question. I don't know. Maybe it's because the only way you're going to win that pot is by using a hammer to break breaking a piggy bank and stealing it, because 7-2 is the worst. A re-raise. I think he gets that. There's bitches are stealing my thunder. These bitches are stealing my thunder. There we go. Now we're going to see some action. Jack will hit. Or not. The ace works. That ace works. We shove. We have to shove. Oh, such a douche. Such, oh! But I've done that too, so hopefully you don't think I'm a douche. Let's go, bitches. Ready to rock your asses with my hockey sticks. Let's go. Call that shit. He's thinking. He might have 2 live cards. So we'll have a slight advantage going into it. Nope, I'll take it. And most people are going to fold here because you're terrible. I wonder who you're talking about, sir. If I can do that once in orbit, I stay alive. Once in orbit, I stay alive. Just look for the right position, make a move. Ugh. Yeah, he's horrible. He got in with the best of it, and now he's going to fucking crush him. Just like that. Doesn't matter who's terrible and who's not necessarily. I think I push. Yeah, I push this. I don't care how big it is. Now I fold that. Now I fold that. No action upwind of me. Want no action upwind of me. Horrible with chips. See, my instinct here, because I'm a troll at heart, but I'm just a closet troll. I don't share this. Is yeah, I'm horrible. Your mom doesn't think I'm horrible, and of course it gets into the whole making fun of people's moms. Ah, look at that. Beep bop boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people downwind of me, ignoring the 4 people downwind of me. What's the call on the computer hand? I think I fold the computer hand in this position if it gets around to me. The 7s, they do nothing. That time they got me some blinds. The 7s, they do nothing. First place getting about $450 worth of pudding. Oh, yeah. It's really $240 worth of pudding. Hey, there are 10 people in here. Let's do some shout-outs. Jibs the Night, welcome to this. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for checking us out today. We're playing some poker here at Carbon Poker. Playing in a 2.5K guaranteed. The blinds are 400, 800. With an 80 chip ante, your hero is in the red. There are 2 moves I have at this point. No or go. So we're looking to go. We're looking to go when it's the right time to go. Been card dead, out of position when bluffable hands have come, when the opportunity maybe presents itself. God, I hate squeaking on the bubble. Not because, bubble play, but I should be doing better than this. I should be in position. No. All right. Time to eat the shit sandwich. Derek and I have been at the same table. He is the only other person I have a good read on, and I think, he's been in twice as many pots as I have. That's the interesting piece of information. Good fold. I don't think any fold is a good fold against you, Derek Rod. Boom! Though I have made folds. I hope it's good. Doyle. Kill me, brother. He'll pop at 2x. That's my prediction. No, he'll fold. Think about what you're going to try and steal this shit with. $10-2, the winning hand, and that's nice. And I'm rewarded with the next best, the next up in the pecking order. We're really on that bubble now. Really hovering around there. We're one over it. 45 people get paid. We're at 57. Your hero's at 44th. Can we play tight, consistent poker to the finish line to get in this mess? Maybe. But by God, if the opportunity presents itself to steal blinds, I steal blinds. I do not just curl up and wait for aces and kings and fours, because in my world, aces have the same strength as fours. Sometimes you just get dealt the shit. 16%, those are good odds for him. Nope. Cruise control, after 61 hands playing tight, conservative poker, gets paid out and gets a lifeline extended to him. I'm happy he did that, only because now I don't have to shove all in with garbage and get called and get caught in my hand, caught in the cookie jar. But I would have. Maybe pop that to 2,000? Maybe pop that? They do. These shitty cards. Next break's going to hit in less than a minute, guys and gals. I'm going to assume that there are gals out there. But maybe we don't make it to the break because we shove now. If he... Ace-8 offsuit. Let's go, Derek. Call that shit. I have one move. Thank you. Popping that shit again. All in. No. No, I don't have to. I pop it to 2,000. Yeah, any two cards at this point because it's getting close. Gonna pop it to... Fuck it, we're gonna go 2,400. We're gonna go 3x because there's a fair grip in there as well. I don't want to call. I want this, but I'm going to push back with Jack Ace unless Grinder or Tan Man go. He'll call and then try to outplay me on the flop, and he could very well do that. That's in his range. Yep. I think I'd look him up. If you've got some of that, do it. Thank you, because you didn't have shit there. Organized board, all in. Actually, maybe I bet out that. You know, it's interesting. If he bets out, if I bet out at that, but I don't shove, and he goes all in, I actually look him up. I think I look him up because I don't think he has an ace. Because what he knows is I'm tight. He's got me marked as a tag. He will. You know what? Hands down, we're going to move on. I think I did the right move there. At least we're now 43rd out of 55. No, that's not reflecting yet. The average is 2,200. Let's see if we can't get an update. Yeah, this thing's way out of date. Maybe it's going to update here. I'm going to leave this up here for a while. Ugh. I'll put these up here while I go get myself a delicious liquid beverage. Yeah, they're way afraid. I mean, they're close to the bubble, and that gets back to what Harrington and Skalansky talk about from different perspectives. Definitely Harrington talking about it from tournament play, but Skalansky definitely talking about it as the theory of poker. You make your most money when you play against the way that you would normally play. If you're tagging it up and you limp in under the gun, but we know that's bad, but I think you get the point. they put you on hands that you're not really on. But in this case, too, from Harrington's perspective, people are close to the bubble. They're scared. My inflection point is to be hyper-aggressive, to be actually that loose, aggressive player that I've got Derek Rod tagged as right now. Not tagged, that's probably a poor choice of words. That I've got him identified as, admittedly, through the overlay, but at least that's, 150 hands. There's reasonable information going on there at this point. But we're good. We're good. 12 players. Hello. I'm going to take a very, very, very quick break. We're going to be right back here in about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to check with my wife on something, and I'll be right back. Hey. Thanks, Cobb. Yeah. I figure my take is this. He thinks I'm tight, so that means he knows I'm not going to play around. He could easily call me with a pair. But because I put him on such a wider range, I think he has probably not a pair. He probably has like a 1-gap or 2-gap connector, right? Or he's got 2 overs, and the overs just don't hit. And that queen is definitely in my range of ace-queen, king-queen suited. Even king-queen at this particular point with that position, he's putting me on that range, and I'm typically not stepping out of line, but I clearly stepped out of line that time. We'll see how that works. Hopefully he's not watching this stream. I mean, there are 12 of you watching. Hello. Got a little time for some shout-outs. What's going on? What's going on, Vasil1982? Thanks for joining us. It's a little Jib sticking around. Glad you're sticking around. Thank you for joining us today. If you like what you see, by all means, give us a follow, please. We play a lot of poker, but we play other games too. But lately it's been really about the poker, for me anyway. I'm going to play more tonight. This is Runner Saturday. Trying to build up some branding around whatever this is, whatever this thing is that we're doing. We'll call poker, like if I dedicate time to poker, we'll do it Runner Saturday. I should go watch some other poker streams. You guys watch other poker streams? I assume you do. If this is your very first poker stream you're watching, first off, thank you. Second of all, I'm by no stretch of the imagination a poker pro. I have some cashes. I would call myself, I put it on my business card as poker aficionado. And that's what I am. I've worked in the industry. I was lead game designer on Zynga Poker for 1.5 years. And I have some cashes. I know some folks in the business. I'm just really a poker fan. I love this game. It's one of my 3 favorite games. If I encompass everything when it comes to games, poker is consistently up there. It's the right mix of psychology, luck, skill. Yeah, that's very true. That's a very good point, Beard. Beard mentions on that very last hand. Helps that he just lost and gave life to Cruz. So, sticking him there, that's a next level maneuver, Beard. Being able to recognize that he's probably tilting a little bit, and Derek certainly has been coming across as having a lot of emotions. And actually, that little seed I planted earlier, I think, might have some value too, where I was the grammar Nazi and corrected him. I haven't done any emoting. That's the only thing I've done. So he knows I'm live, and he knows what I think of him. So I come at him. It makes it easier for him to fold. And besides, he's not, just like Beard's pointing out, he doesn't want to be in the business of doubling people up. 9-8 offsuit's going to get a fold here. I tend to play better poker when I'm not tanked. Funny that. Homemade biscottis by the lovely wife. They are delicious. It's amazing how getting it, putting it in the oven, getting it hard and kind of stale, but it's still fresh because it's that hard biscuit. It's so good. She treats me well. Yeah. I'm going to call this the Cobb, even though it's time to be a little aggressive. The discipline to fold a marginal hand under the gun, out of position. I probably could have pushed, and I think people might have folded. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people downwind of me. Someone might be calling with an ace, or someone might push back. And how do I feel about that then? Position. 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 So anyway, back to your point, Cal, about people tossing money around. If this gets a slight pop, I'm going to call to see a flop. Someone shoves, a small stack shoves. If Bay tries to limp, puck it. I'm playing in position. We'll see what happens. Or maybe he folds this. You gonna limp? I'll let you see a flop. I'll let you see a flop. You raise this, I call. Welcome back. We just did your trademark move, which is having the discipline to fold garbage under the gun. That's twice. That's twice he specifically, Bay Danke has folded that shit to me. Mental note, his Veep is 0 after 12 hands. If he pops it, if he raises, if he gets in the action, he's got something. That's my take at that particular point. I think it's garbage what this guy has. Remember what I just said? Remember what I just said. Mm-hmm. Ace Queen. Let's not overplay this. Let's see what happens when it gets around to me. I think... Do I shove? Mm-mm. These guys are loose. I want position. I want to see a flop. I'm going to call this. I'm not happy with 4 people. This guy might call. Nope. That's as good as we're going to get. Maybe he has the set. I have to call him. I have to call him. Yeah, what are you going to do? He got it. I'm not going to give him the dignity of an emote, though. What do? You knew he had something. He shoves. I have top pair. Ace 4 hands beat me. Actually, Queen 7 and 7-3 are also possible in that regard. Popped around the bubble. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? We're going to go right into the next tournament, which has just gotten underway. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at this. What do you guys think about this? It's turbo. $33 for a turbo. No. Mega stack. 15,000 chips. 10-minute blinds. Yeah, I mean, what do you? I was just debating that, and you guys are a minute off here. What am I going to do in that circumstance? He shoves. I have top pair. He's shoving because he'll know. I mean, if you look at it in hindsight, probably if I pause, I fold that. You know he has something. I think that's a crying call because bluffing is well within that guy's. I fold. So what? I mean, the only option there is to fold. I definitely have top pair. I put him on a wide range of hands, and he's getting it all in there. Maybe just throw out the fishing line and gulped it up. Hey, I'm already 133rd place in this Mega Stack tournament, but I haven't been seeded. Yeah. What do you? I mean, you're getting caught up. I'm not. Yeah, turbos are a lot more random, right? There's a lot more coin flipping going on in turbos. They do an interesting variant of that, which is the deep stack. I get the value of the turbo. You want people going in and out very quickly. Why have I not been seated yet? Why am I not fucking playing poker here? Did I miss something? Bitches, let me play. I mean, I'm registered, right? Am I missing something? Let my people go. 385 people in this fucking hot mess. Yeah. So 4 definite hands he has there if he's got the goods. Aces, kings, queens, I guess, too. But I don't put him on queens. I've got an ace, so that's one less ace he's got. I mean, there's one less ace floating around out there. Ace, king, I think he shoves. I think that's well within his range. But you know what? You also shove, too, when you think I've got the best of it. Go. Ladies and gentlemen, we've entered in the God, look at this garbage over here. Oh, whatever. All right, yes, here we go. He sees all the bad players. You know, I don't feel too bad about the move I made, but Cobb is making an excellent point here, right there on the bubble. I basically took 2.5 hours of my time, put it into a ginormous pile, and set it on fire. Because what am I walking out of that tournament with? So this is a big one, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. It was $11 to get into this hot mess. And this is the OPS number 65. This is part of their series that's going on. 20,000 guaranteed. Mega Stack. We are starting with 15,000 chips. The blinds go up every 10 minutes. This is a big one. This is going for a while if the kid doesn't donk it up. You may want to go pee. I may want to go pee the next time this comes around. But this is the big one today. This is what Runner is. And just for the record, this is all for fun money. Fun money. Because it'll be fun if I can ever get it. No. Poker is bad. Poker should be banned. Poker is the game of the devil. I should be playing with slot machines and Keno. It's 2.5 times. We're playing small ball on this particular hand. Yeah. 4 p.m. We are Pacific time. It is 1600 hours. The button calls. Exactly what I wanted. We're going to bet out 240 into that pot. I got some of this. I don't want callers. We'll take it from there. So the thing about this is it resets. Oh, it does not reset. Oh. It keeps track of, I think, or at least keeps track for the session. So I saw Rounder Rick lay there. We're going to toss that. A lot of solid, consistent poker we're going to be having here. I'm going to just get over to the right a little bit. Maybe that would help. So you can actually see some of the stats here. But I'll just read it out to you. Already someone has tripled up 45,000 chips. We're just underway on this thing. I mean, 2 hands in, one hand. If we can keep that 50% win ratio going. Hey, happy midnight. It's already the future. It's already tomorrow where you are, Cobb. 12 folks, thanks for joining us. And you picked the right time to do it because we are playing in the Carbon OPS number 65. I wish I knew what it stood for. The Player Series, I think it's something Player Series or Poker Series or something like that. Online Poker Series. It's Carbon's Online Poker Series. That's what it is. Here comes the hammer. Uh-oh. 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 Right now, at least, so the overlay is already $5,000 filled. 76 people. 76. Wow, that's generous. That's like, what, 20% payout? That's pretty generous, actually. It's usually top 10%, if I'm not mistaken, as the default. But yeah, we got some poker ahead of us. We got some poker. Rounder Rickley. Calling it out. Yeah, that don't look like a... Yeah, he's trying to draw into his quads. And he shows. Oh, God. Okay. There's shenanigans going on here, but I'll let everyone see it. Top prize is $3,256 so far. $3,200. Yeah, I actually have a little bit of a read on him, I guess, from another tournament he was in, maybe earlier. I think this only keeps track of sessions, not lifetime. At least the overlay program that they have. I mean, not overlay, but the targeting computer they have going on over here. He likes to mix it up. I mean, high aggression. He's loose and aggressive. To my left. When someone loose and aggressive sits to your left, you need to be going in it with the NVTS nuts. Top premium hands in position because he'll call that shit with weakness, and you might be out of position, but you'll have a better hand. That's what I've been taught. That's what I've read in a book. Nice 3. Look at this guy. You should just... You know what? I'm going to shut up and just let him talk. That gets a fold. Thanks for the chips. This is one of the features I love about Carbon Poker. Player details. Lippy and douchey. Boom. What's up, Pro? What's up, Champagne? We're just getting underway on this mess. This 20,000 guaranteed mega stack. We start with 15,000 chips. The blinds go up every 10 minutes. Is that right? It's 10. Yeah, every 10 minutes. Here's the blind structure real quick. You might be wanting to watch that, but we'll pop that over here. Yeah, there. It's 2040 right now, so we're in level 2. It's going to go 30, 60, 40, 80, 50, 100, and then it'll kick in. Kind of like actually the last tournament we were in, too. But with 15,000 starting chips, 3 times the deep stack. I get to defend a blind with ace-queen. All these people limping in. I'm out of position with ace queen. I call this for 40. Let's see what happens. Maybe I re-raise, but I don't know how I feel about that. It's good. You win with your bullshit. Or not bullshit. Though I did have 2 overs. Interesting. That's a good note. Under the gun with pocket jacks, he does a 2x. He does a 2x. I do not use PEDs. If you're talking about overlays, I do. This is just good, solid poker. Maybe he's watching. Maybe he is watching the stream. Hello. Just good, solid poker. Good, solid poker. Though I do want to make a note of that. Lippy and douchey. He, doesn't use pads. Good to know. UTG raise 2x with fish hooks. Woo! Number 16 at Twitch Poker. Nowhere but up. Nothing but up. Nowhere but up at this point. I'm going to try some of that good poker I saw him do. I'm going to pop this 2x if it gets around to me. Maybe, yeah, I'll call this. I'll call this. In position. Sure, why not? He's going to re-raise it. Sure, why not? Nope. Didn't hit it. Move on. Let's see how his good poker skills work out on this one. So he re-raised pre-flop. Now he's checking to Mr. Potato Head. Possible flush on the board. That's why he's checking. He wants to see what's going on there. Now Mr. Potato Head bets out about 2/3. Maybe a little bit under that. Phil Hellmuth pops it big with that check raise because he doesn't have it. I don't think he... Ooh, it's a call. He floats it. He floats the check raise. 4 hearts on the board. Of course, he does that. Wow. Good solid poker. Calling that re-raise with King 4. Oh, here we go. King good. Mr. Potato Head fuming. Not pleased with those shenanigans. Did the re-raise. Min re-raise. King 4. God, all this awesome data. Will re-raise with K4 in the small blind and try to outplay. Yeah, he should have pushed hard. Yeah, if he pushed hard at that turn, because he was checking to him, he didn't have it. Lots of data on this guy. He's a rounder. You know what? I might not be as skilled as rounder Rickley. 2, because the first one was taken. But the second worst starting hand in poker gets a fold in the face of a 3x bet. That gets a chuck. Because he's raising with any two cards. Any two cards. So what he's doing, he's making people who are tight and aggressive play off their game. 3-bet, 3-bet. And now we're all focused on him. Everyone at the table is focused on him. Heisenberg's plenty of people, only 10 hands in, but there's plenty of people. Cobb, did you just see the King 4? Did you just see that madness? Is that what happened? What the hell indeed. What the hell indeed. Ace King suited. Yeah, he is. We're going to go ×2. Solid conservative poker. He's sorry. He'll call it. I'm totally checking to him. I'm not c-betting fuck all. Yeah, I'm not c-betting fuck all. Especially with 2 other players on the board there too. Check it around to you. Aces, kings, overs. He's got floated home slice. Plenty of outs. 18 outs on this madness. He should bet big. Oh no. Implied odds says gonna give it to you. Ah, didn't hit out. Oh well. There you go. Just waiting for you to make a move. Fold. Shitty position. Now Mr. Potato Head is angry. Very angry. Double up. And now I'm doing a little bit of my table stuff. I'm a self-deprecating kind of guy because it makes for good humor. And if you can't laugh at yourself, then who do you have the right to laugh at? So, light, casual, keep it funny. And the goal here, unless Rounder Rick, if you're watching this stream, then kudos to you and thank you for watching. Let's actually check with the 12 people going on here. They can get lucky. That's actually true, and that's actually the power of poker, in all seriousness. The right mix of skill and luck. See, with him hitting that at the turn, actually thinking about that with that ace-king, with all that action on the board, I'm happy to draw into that. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's probably going to call anything. They also like to use smileys. Big smiles! We're going to look him up with Queen Jack, and we're going to see if we hit this shit. Unless Mr. Potato Head shoves all in. Mr. Potato Head so so he won those chips. Yeah, he's getting all lippy. My apologies. Vestia, we haven't talked about any schloobings just yet, though Rounder Rick is attempting to schloob everyone here at the table with his mad poker skills. Put you on Ace King, slight favorite. It's actually true. Pocket fives are a big favorite against Ace 5. For the record. See, when you get into these bigger stake tournaments, even though the entry fee was $11, 20K guaranteed. Now you get the action. If you're interested, so Cal says, I thought the great thing about the sport was free drinks in Vegas, and yes, it is. Flops are fun. 2 overs. Check. And again, this is just the shtick. I mean, I got this guy to my left. I've got to play tight. I've got to play tight poker. Queen Jack, with him having really any 2 cards, that's worth it. He's raising under the gun with Jack 3. That's that. Moorman's Book of Poker. To the web. Let's actually see if this is legit. Moorman's Book of Poker. Look at this. By Chris Moorman. Look at this. Yeah, go check out, for those of you online, go check out. So the meta going on in my mind, because let's not mince words here. My goal is to take every single one of his chips and put it onto my stack. Uh-oh. So, there is a level of player. I don't know if this guy really is it. There is a level of player. Oh, I didn't mean to close that. I'm going to keep that open. I'll check that out. I'll read that. Add that to the list. Add that to the reading list. We'll get back to that later. Have multiple hands. That's right. I want to play all the positions. I want to play the ball. So he's got to know I've got shit when I go in. So this is again this. I mean, I think Rounder Rick is the person that I can actually kind of do like next level thinking with. Try to do next level thinking where he might try to outthink me, but I don't want to get too wrapped up in this. I don't want to focus my entire time on him. In fact, honestly, I would like to kind of avoid pots he's in, unless I got the goods, because he's going to be wide range of hands. I need to be tagging it up. Holy shit. Oh, okay. I guess so he's tuned into the poker world there. I did not realize that he is the most successful online poker tournament player in history. Maybe I'll go read his fucking book, huh? Maybe a guy who wins $11 million playing online tournament poker might have a word or two to say about the subject. Yeah. Lots of chips. I am in this to get lots of chips. And it's nice to be social and shoot the shit at this particular table, but again, your goal playing poker is cutthroat. You are to win as many chips as possible by any means necessary within the boundaries of the rules. Oh, look at that. How about the full boat? Blinds are 40-80. They're going to go up here. We're going to start doing antes here in about 5 minutes. Of course. No. Focus on the game, Sean. Focus on the game. See, that's part of the problem, too, is that my table persona, I like to engage. Poker is filled. Look at that. As though, Latro, as though you were prognosticating here, and admittedly you're a minute in the past here, but 8-5 just hit that flop, sir. Hey, 13 people. Welcome to the show. You picked it up at a fine time. The last tournament, you watched me, the folks here watched me pop on the bubble, or close to the bubble, not on the bubble, actually. But this time around, we're playing in a little bit of a bigger tournament. 20K guaranteed. Welcome to the stream. We're trying to tag it up. Got a firecracker directly to my left. He's lippy, a little douchey, but kind of funny too. King Jackoff. Or in this case, it's King suited. That's why it gets a 2.5 times raise. And we're going to see what's going on here. So of all the people I wanted to call, him calling is good. What sort of range of hands? He's playing over half. So now there are 3 people in this pot. Kind of what I wanted. That's not good. No c-bet here, not just because Rounder's in here. I would probably c-bet if it was just him, but there are two other people downwind of me too who are looking to improve their hands. And in this particular case, nope. The midnight snack tonight might very well be sausage and creamy malt beverages. Nah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to eat. Got to figure out something here. I've just been doing nonstop poker, sitting on my ass all day. Though I did get out for a little bit of a walk today. Not too bad. King Aces 9, not playing Rounder's games. Maybe I limp there with King Jack suited. I mean, I hate King Jack. I would almost rather have 9-8 or maybe that's stupid. Of course, King Jack. I mean, in certain positions, obviously King Jack has value. I just have this long hate relationship with King Jack offsuit, especially King Jack off. Ace Jack off, not much better. Look at that. Got a little domination going on there. You know, Latro, in a circumstance like this, you wish you could get the smokes and pierogies and CDs delivered to you. I wonder if Rounder is going to defend his blind. That's what I expected. The linguina sausage? Is that how you pronounce it? Ugh, so good. So good. So delicious. We made, or I should say, when I say we, that's the royal we, and that we being the wife, made tater tot casserole last night, and it was awesome. Because it's basically, imagine it like a poor man's shepherd's pie, but instead of the layer up there being like the potato, it's tater tots. Fucking delicious. No, this gets popped. This gets popped. We're done playing, limping around. Now we fold. Now we fold this. Because again, it might be good to get frisky in position facing a limp, but when someone does that bet out like that, how happy I'm in to see that flop. Not. That's all right. I bet Heisen. We'll see how it goes. Oh. Yes. But just keep watching the stream as we get to know you. Maybe we'll do that. Oh, so good. Oh, look at this. Trips. Runner Saturday says if you had stayed in this mess, sir, you would have had a full boat. And meanwhile, these two guys are slugging it out. Yes. Set up shop. Seriously, they should. King 6 offsuit gets a fold. You know, average is about 17,000. We really haven't had a lot of traction, a lot of good luck. Having to play a little bit more conservatively with the hypercracker just to my left. That sounds racist. Sorry. The hyper firecracker going off to my left. Um, nice hand on the button. He calls. Nine kinds of pork sausage. You live in a blessed land of magic and whimsy, Cobb. 9 kinds of pork sausage. People say that, how can you eat pigs? They're so smart. How smart are they if them bitches taste so good? You would think if they were smart enough, they would figure out a way to make themselves taste less good. Because I love bacon. Oh, I love me some bacon. In this, hey, 15 people, knew we could not fold the ace. And the thing I will not say to you, Rounder, is I wish I had the discipline to fold top pair in the face. Nice two Blucky, not getting a little done with the shenanigans. 50 Barcelona. See, the I mean, not saying that Spanish culture and Portuguese culture are identical, but man, the siesta type culture, just that, I love that lifestyle. Like, have dinner at 10, take a nap in the middle of the day because it's fucking hot. Jack 7 offsuit gets a fold. So today we've played 185 hands. We've voluntarily put money into the pot 18% of the time. I don't know, would you guys think I'm card dead today? I mean, it's easy when you feel like negative things are going on. It's easy to say, oh, I have shitty luck. I feel like I'm a little bit card dead today. Popping it in there 10% of the time. Wish I could get in there a little bit more. Nice aggression factor. Not stepping out of line. But when I do step out of line, it is a spectacular fail. Yes, it is. And that's the whole point. I mean, you can do one or two things when you play an online poker game like this. You can just filter out everyone and just focus on the mechanics. But the thing that I love about poker so much is the fact that it is a psychological game too. And this thing that is going on right here back and forth, look at him overbet that. Now he calls that. I had one of the 7s, by the way, but whatever. Rounder Rick's going to bet out big. Or he wins with the flush. Now, with those two setbacks, he had like 38,000 chips. He's kind of, let's just call it, he's playing a particular way. He's donking it out, right? Now he's like, players are so bad. Because they typically are going to, he chased the straight and the flush. 234. No. 301. I'm pretty happy with this, but there are 3 other people in this pot. Let's check this and see if Rounder makes a play at this. That call scares me. But I've got to push here, right? I think I push back on this. We're going to fucking go big. Good hand. Let's get back in this hot mess. He had it. He had it. He called that. Bad call on his part, but he won. So more power to him. Let's close out of that shit. I wonder if he totally played me in that one. Like if I had gotten the psychology away from me on that. He calls me with any two cards. He hits that. If he's got it, he's got it at that particular point. Why is he calling? I don't know. But you know what? Sometimes that turn comes and it's a big hit. I bet out the way I should have there. Yeah, you guys are about to see this. I would be intrigued. Try and remember this hand. I mean, it's a big one. We just popped back into this hot mess. King 10. Yeah. Cruise control. I'll take that. Not King 10 again. Pick it up two hands here real quick. King 2 offsuit. Gonna get a fold. I think the only yeah, see, I think he's got a little luck running, and that just magnifies that guy's fucking table image, that he can just pop anyone. I mean, I would like to think that I at least have enough skill that when I went in and I said, good luck, sir, he knew exactly what I meant by that, right? In the sense that if he drew it, he drew it, but at this particular point, I've got to try and shut that down. Or do I just simply let him, I check, he bets big, or he bets into that, and I'm like, oh, what do I do? Maybe he checks it. Maybe he floats it because he has the flush. But he's thinking maybe I have an ace because I'm making a bet like that. I mean, he's called. First off, look at how it's played. He calls. I'll fold that. He calls a raise because he is in the business of calling these raises. A 3x raise with Queen 4 suited. That flop comes around. I check. He bets out a bit. There's a call, and that call worries me, but fuck it. I pulled the trigger at that particular point. Punch. Make that a pot-sized bet. You're an idiot if you call because you just don't have pot odds. He calls because that's what he's in the business of doing. He's tossing his chips around, building up this crazy table image. He hits his turn. So at that particular point, I've got a pot-sized bet there, and what am I going to do? I'm going to bet out and have the pressure put on me? No. Okay, I have this. I have top pair. Again, don't get married to top pair. But in this particular case, I put him on having the flush less times in that circumstance than he would. I felt like I was right there. You think about that. Tell me what you think. I'll try and do a highlight of that hand too, because I think because again, there's like psychological play going on back and forth in that regard. And the great thing is about this hot mess. I hop back into this tournament with an M of 55, just for $11. So now, let's see what's going on here. Oh, that overlay is not even close. So, I like to think that I have been more unlucky than lucky. But in the big long when it comes to, especially today, but in the long game, yeah, I mean, like, one of the cashes I had way back in the day, and this is around the time when I was playing poker really seriously, I lost what is in a sense a $10,000 hand. Under the gun is chip leader. I'm to his left. Let's see a flop. The long and the short of it was, I had the guy dominated. The flop comes. I had ace king. It turns out he eventually had king queen. He raises. I re-raise. action folds all the way back around to him. The blinds get out of the way. He shoves. I call. I have ace king suited. He has king queen, and the flop is like queen queen garbage, and it just rolls out that way. And we were both the chip leaders at that particular point. Oops. Yeah, I mean, the implied odds is if he hits that, he's going to get me, and guess what? He exactly did that. Yeah, I don't think he had a pair there, and he probably was drawing into something. You just keep playing tight. And again, what happened there, right? Actually, let's actually go back pre-flop. I think actually the mistake was made. I raised with Jack 10 offsuit. Knowing what I knew about that guy sitting to my left, he's going to call anything with any two cards. I needed to get in there with a premium hand. As it turns out, it was premium enough, but the right play should have been to fold Jack 10 offsuit in that position, I think. The right play was to not get involved in that hand. But I did. It turned out the way it did. We move on. Yeah. You're absolutely right, Cobb. Who does? That guy. Ace 3, even in position, is going to get a check. Oh, look at this. It reset. Oh, maybe because I closed it. Ah, it's because I closed it and the other one opened. Whatever. It doesn't matter. You know what? See, I want to turn off the targeting computer. I do. But really, I also want to be interactive with the poker stream going on. I'm going to have to wean myself off eventually. Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, early on, if there's one thing people love about poker, they love seeing flops and turns and rivers, right? They want to see action. They either want to play that all-in game that they saw on the ESPNs, or, oh, the break will start soon. Look at this. Maybe I should be playing Ace Rag, huh? Because there's your winner. Okay. I'm going to take a quick break. 5 minutes, no more, no less. Going to get a beverage, and it's time for a real beverage this time, I think. After that, schmagegi. Might get myself a little something. I'll be right back, guys. Let's be pro about this, shall we? Hope you enjoy the little green snow effects to my head over here. We'll be right back in just a moment. Hang tight. Oh, got that. Oh, look at that. And just ignore the pro effort going on here. All right.